Yo, football fam, buckle up for a deep dive into Enzo Maresca's Chelsea, the squad that's got Europe's defenses in a proper twist. This team's like a shape-shifting ninja. One game, they're weaving patterns like it's a Premier League fashion show. The next, they're counter-attacking with the precision of a sniper. Some folks thought this was just a disorganized mess, but nah, it's a tactical master plan. Maresca's brewed his system so slick and versatile, it's like trying to pin down a ghost. To get why Chelsea's flipping the script so fast, let's unpack the genius behind it and the big ideas he's brought to Stamford Bridge. When Maresca rocked up at Chelsea in the summer of '24, it was a massive moment for the Blues. Mauricio Pochettino had bounced, and the club was desperate to claw their way back to Europe's top table. Maresca signed a 5-year deal, 6 if things go extra spicy, showing the board was fully backing his vision. The goal? Champions League spots and some shiny silverware. Thinking a gaffer with not much top-tier experience raised some eyebrows, though. Fans were like, is this guy for real? Well, he answered that quick, and then some. Maresca hit the ground running, and the results were nuts. In his first season, Chelsea didn't just sneak into the Champions League with a 4th-place Premier League finish. They also nabbed the Conference League and the Club World Cup. 2 trophies in year 1? That's a proper flex. Big names like Luis Enrique from PSG were raving about Chelsea's mix of individual flair and unreal fitness. So what's the secret behind this turnaround? Let's break down Maresca's playbook and see what makes it tick. The core of Maresca's Chelsea is all about owning the ball, but not just for the sake of it. It's about running the show, controlling the tempo like a DJ spinning tracks. The Blues pass it around at the back, chill as you like, tempting opponents to step out and leave gaps. It's like playing poker, calmly baiting the other team to go all in so you can hit them where it hurts. This patient build-up is all about creating space to exploit, setting the stage for Chelsea's next move. Maresca's big on overloads, getting more Blues in one spot than the opposition can handle. You'll see fullbacks like Malo Gusto or Marc Cucurella sliding into midfield, the keeper acting like an extra outfield player, and midfielders popping up everywhere to outnumber the other team. It's like stacking the deck in a card game. This setup lets Chelsea boss the midfield and slice through defenses with surgical precision, making them a nightmare to predict. One of Maresca's slickest tricks is the third man move, a clever pass combo that skips past pressing opponents. Instead of getting stuck with a direct ball, Chelsea ping it through a third player to keep the flow going. It's like threading a needle through a packed defense. The wild part? This system morphs depending on the opponent. Against teams that sit deep, Chelsea play it slow and steady. Against high-pressing sides, they go direct, hitting the spaces left wide open. There's a bit of Pep Guardiola's DNA in this system. Maresca worked with him at Man City after all, but it's not just a copy-paste job. Fun fact, Maresca was the one experimenting with inverted fullbacks in City's youth setup before Pep made it a first-team thing. Chelsea's taken that idea and cranked it up, switching formations like it's a game of FIFA to keep rivals guessing. It's tactical flexibility on steroids. When it's time to attack, Chelsea's like a transformer, shifting shapes to confuse everyone. They might start in a 4-2-3-1 when defending, but with the ball, it flips to a 3-2-4-1, with a fullback tucking into midfield to form a back 3. This lets the attacking mids and wingers run riot up top. Even Robert Sanchez, the keeper, gets involved, playing like a sweeper keeper to give Chelsea an extra man and build-up. It's not just formations, it's about flooding key areas to create chaos. Maresca's real magic is how he tailors this system to his players. Moises Caicedo is the midfield anchor, a destroyer who holds it down with Reece James for Enzo Fernández. Caicedo's like a heat-seeking missile, sniffing out danger and shutting it down before it starts. His partnership with James is pure class. James brings versatility, Caicedo brings grit, and together they're a midfield fortress that's tough to breach. Cole Palmer's been a revelation under Maresca. He went from a decent right winger to Chelsea's creative spark, playing as a number 10 in that 4-2-3-1. With his dribbling, vision, and ice-cold composure, Palmer's the guy unlocking defenses and finishing counters. He's got the freedom to shine in Maresca's setup, making him the key to cracking stubborn backlines. This lad's basically running the show. Enzo Fernández is the engine, the box-to-box maestro who keeps everything ticking. He links defense to attack, recycling the ball under pressure with pinpoint passes. Sometimes Romeo Lavia steps in for big games to add extra muscle, but Fernández is the go-to for controlling the tempo. His clutch assists show why he's still a massive piece of the puzzle when Chelsea need to dominate possession.
Up top, João Pedro has been an absolute game changer. He's not just banging in goals, he drops deep, drags defenders out of position, and opens up space for others. His smarts in the final third have fixed a big problem from Chelsea's past seasons. The guy's movement is so clever, it's like he's playing chess while everyone else is stuck on drafts.
The center backs, Treble Chalobah, Levi Colwill, and new boy Jarell Hato aren't just there to defend. They step into midfield, track runners, and help overload key zones. Their aggression and game-reading skills keep Chelsea fluid while staying solid at the back. It's not just about stopping attacks, it's about sparking them, giving the Blues that extra edge. On the wings, Pedro Neto, Jamie Gittins, and Estefan bring the sauce. They stretch the pitch, hit top gear, and pounce on the spaces created by the team's movement. Each has their own flair, but they all slot into Maresca's system like pieces of a jigsaw. It's a setup that plays to every player's strengths, and Maresca's the one pulling the strings. When Chelsea lose the ball, they don't hang about. It's full-on gegenpressing, swarming the opponent to snatch it back quick. If that doesn't work, they drop into a tight 4-2-3-1 or 4-4-2, forcing the other team out wide where they can trap them. In tough spots, they'll even switch to a 5-3-2 or 5-4-1 to soak up pressure. Their Club World Cup final against PSG was a masterclass. Chelsea smashed it 3-0, even though PSG were the favorites. That PSG game was pure tactical fire. Maresca had his squad go man-to-man to choke out PSG's wingers, leaving them no room to operate. Robert Sanchez was a wall in goal, pulling off saves that kept the clean sheet intact. Maresca's plan was simple but ruthless. Press hard, then lock it down. It showed how Chelsea can flip between attack and defense like it's nothing, making them a proper headache for any opponent. No system's bulletproof, though. Chelsea's had some shaky moments, especially in transitions. Gaps between the inverted fullback and center back can get exposed if the press fails or players don't cover. Their Club World Cup clash with Fluminense showed that. Spaces got exploited and Sanchez's positioning and build-up caused a few sweaty moments. If key players like Palmer or Fernández are off their game or sidelined, things can creak a bit.
The fullbacks bombing forward can also leave the flanks open if the wingers don't track back. Some fans have been chatting about Maresca's vibe. Like, is he too matey with the owners? And while Chelsea create chances galore, they've missed some big ones, which can sting in tight matches. It's all part of the growing pains of a system this intricate, but Maresca's not sweating it.
What sets Maresca apart is his constant tinkering. He's always testing new ideas, using games like the Club World Cup as a lab. Cole Palmer's role is a prime example. Sometimes he's a 10, sometimes he's out wide, maybe even on the left to let Fernández push higher as the main playmaker. Players like Cucurella, Gusto, and Neto are popping up all over, keeping rivals on edge. This fluidity is what makes Chelsea so hard to pin down. The squad's depth is another weapon. Beyond the starters, Maresca's got options like Christopher Nkunku, who can play wide or drop deep to help build play, and Romeo Lavia, who brings steel in big games. Even youngsters like Estevan are stepping up, showing Chelsea's bench is as dangerous as their starting 11. This depth lets Maresca rotate without losing quality, keeping the team fresh for a long season. The fan base has been buzzing too. At first, some were skeptical about Maresca, but those trophy wins shut him up quick. The Stamford Bridge faithful are loving the attacking flair and gritty defending, chanting his name after big wins. Social media's lit up with fans hyping the Maresca Revolution, though a few still grumble when the team misses chances or gets caught on the break. It's a passionate crowd, and Maresca's winning them over. So what's the big picture? Maresca's turned Chelsea into a squad with a clear identity, possession with purpose, clever overloads, inverted fullbacks, and a pressing game that's in your face. From fourth in the Premier League to lifting the Conference League and Club World Cup, his first season was a banger. The doubters? They're eating their words now. This is a project built for the next 5 years, and the question is, can Chelsea keep stacking trophies? Is Maresca's revolution the future of the Premier League? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more football talk. Let's keep it rolling.